The Poplars series depicts very tall, very thin poplar trees lining the banks of the river Epte. It is a tributary of the Seine immediately adjacent to Monet's garden at Giverny, where he lived in Normandy. He became fascinated with these trees and with the possibility of making pictures from them in 1891, set out to paint them, discovered in the process that they were about to be cut down, and so in fact bought the stand of trees with a partner, a man in the lumber business, who agreed not to cut them down until Monet had finished the series. Almost all of the pictures revolve around three tall poplars in the foreground. Behind them, looping away along the riverbank, are the other trees, forming a very beautiful arabesque pattern. Monet looks at all the variations on this theme at different times of day, in different conditions of light, and indeed in different seasons of the year. Very often he's using color as a gauge of the intensity of the sunlight. In certain pictures, the tree trunks are almost golden, and one imagines the sun falling hard upon them. In others, as evening comes along, they turn dark, sink into the sky. In others, we even have a sense of the wind blowing through these trees. Up until the 1880s, most artists showed either in group exhibitions or at the annual official salon. One of Durand-Ruel's innovations was to promote the one-man show, the solo exhibition, in which you saw the works of one artist at a time and were able to trace his or her development. Monet was a little skeptical at first, didn't really think that this would work. Friends like Sisley were telling him it definitely wouldn't work, that he needed the security of being seen in a group. But Durand-Ruel insisted, and it made a huge impact. In a funny way, the one-man show leads inevitably to the series paintings. In a one-man show, you're looking at a single distinctive artistic personality. In the series pictures, you're doing the same thing, but focusing in on a single motif repeated over and over again. Monet realized in the early 1890s how powerful that can be, and had this innovative idea of painting pictures in series, showing them all together, one motif at a time, as it were. Monet's conception of the series paintings would have tremendous impact into the 20th century, but he could not have done it without constant consultation with Durand-Ruel in working out with him the best way to show, the best way to promote, the best way to sell these images. It's one of those great moments in the history of modern art.